Welcome to Two Girls, One Crime, the podcast where we peel back the layers of the darkest crimes ever committed, one terrifying tale at a time. I'm your host, Christy, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Kayla.
So today's story takes us to Brighton, Illinois, and into the dark and disturbing case of Paula Sims, a mother whose actions would shock an entire nation. Let's start in 1986. Paula and Robert Sims welcomed their first daughter, Lorelei Marie Sims, on June the 5th, but just 12 days later, tragedy struck.
Aww.
On the night of June 17, 1986, Paula ran to a neighbor's house in a panic, crying out, "They stole my baby." She claimed that a masked intruder with a gun had entered their home, ordered her to lie on the floor for 10 minutes, and when she got up, Lorelei was gone.
Oh, gosh.
So she's like down in the basement watching the news whenever this supposed intruder, gunman, whatever, came in and told her to lie down on the floor. Now that, like, in itself just doesn't add up to me.
No, they're just there to steal a baby,
Oh,
and it's a man, I'm assuming.
Well, what man's gonna kidnap?
Well, I started to say,
I mean,
most men won't kidnap a baby like that because you're going to raise it.
Yeah, just like a random act. So they have to know that there's a newborn in the house. And then...
Where was her husband?
He was at work.
Oh, so she's alone with a baby.
Yes. And this was during the summertime.
This is giving me Susan Smith vibes.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of similar when you think about it, I guess.
Just for the record, Susan Smith is the worst person in the whole entire world.
Well, you're not going to like her either.
Oh, well, let's do this. I'll add her to my list.
Well, I mean, there's people that have opinions about her, and she tried to, like, get out of this, but I don't agree with it. There was a podcast I listened on it yesterday, and their opinions are completely different than what mine are. So
okay, let's do it.
Yeah. So, but things weren't adding up, so neighbors didn't hear a sound. A broken step in the house would have made it nearly impossible for anyone to leave without a stumble, and the noisy screen door hadn't been heard either. Paula said the dog didn't bark. Even stranger, the baby's bassinet was perfectly made, showing no signs of a baby even being in it.
That's weird. Okay, so where did this gun mask come in? Through the basement as she's down there?
Okay, so she's in the basement. That's another thing that doesn't add up. This baby is 12 days old, is upstairs while you're in the basement watching the news, and there's a step. Okay, so I watched a documentary on this one, and I read the book Precious Victims. That gave a lot of information about this. So whenever you walk up the steps, there was like one step in particular that, like, no matter how you stepped on it, if you didn't know that the step was like, you're gonna fall. And then the door was extremely squeaky, like you could tell it just creaked and whatever.
So, and this armed gunman just happened to know about the steps and and the door.
And this dog the step, between the step being really loud, so he would have fell going in and going out. The door being loud by squeaking, so you're not going to hear him fall, you're not going to hear the door open, and your dog supposedly doesn't hear.
Okay, that's weird, because my
dogs
bark if you just blink the wrong way.
They do. So, like, none of that adds up.
I'm not liking this story.
I know. So the police investigation intensified. Both Paula and Robert failed polygraph tests, but they stuck to their stories.
Oh, so Dad failed too.
So whenever Dad come home, Paula had actually whispered in his ear, or he'd whispered something in Paula's ear, I think is what it was. One of them whispered something in the other one's ear, and one of them had said, "Be quiet," because they were listening.
No, ma'am.
So, and it was made that the comment, like, he did not want a girl. Like, he made that very clear. Like, I guess everybody knew that, like, he did not want a girl. So I guess he was pretty upset whenever Lorelei was born because he wanted a boy.
How stupid are you?
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. I mean, I love my sometimes I love my girls.
I mean, yeah, but I'm not going to throw a fit.
No.
Like, you get what you get.
Yeah.
It's a gift from
God.
God.
A baby's a baby.
Right.
So, I guess she...
But do you know what's funny? The gender is determined by the dad. So it's your fault.
His fault.
It's your fault, idiot.
Yeah.
You suck. You can't even have a boy. What man are you?
Give it time. He gets one, and nothing happens to it. Okay. So, whenever he got there, she whispered something, and they heard it. Yeah, whatever. So they did media interviews and even handed out flyers of their missing daughter. During the investigation, police discovered Robert had a record for shoplifting, and they found explicit photos of Paula posing nude while pregnant.
Oh, gross.
So he's just a weirdo. Like, he's very, like what I read described him as being very monotone. So he didn't really have much of a personality. Like, he was hard to read, and you just weird, I guess.
Hit this guy.
Yeah.
Like, for some reason.
But you'll hate her more.
I mean, I'm not liking either one of them so far.
Well, I definitely don't like her. So just 7 days later, on June the 24th, 1986, the search ended in heartbreak.
Aww.
Human remains were found in a ravine near their home. Only fragments were left, bones and a patch of red hair. It was Lorelai.
Baby. Okay, so this armed gunman comes in, knows where everything is, snatches a baby, and then just throws it in a river.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because that's normal.
Yeah. And they claim that, like, okay, so their house was here. I think it said that it was only like 150 feet.
So they have pitched that baby out the daggone window.
What makes me think that he knew, and you can't tell me any different that he didn't know, was that whenever the search party was there or whatever, he told them, like, well, the woods is all grown up and it's in poison ivy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you don't need to go down there. And, like, I wouldn't see anybody going down there.
Mm-hmm.
So he tried to get them to avoid searching that area until they brought the cadaver dogs in.
Yeah.
And that's whenever the body was found.
Oh,
so that's
a piece of poop.
Yeah, so that's what makes me believe that he knew about this the whole time.
He had to.
Yeah.
Wow.
So DNA confirmed that it was Lorelai, and the official cause of death wasn't immediately released, but suspicions began to grow.
Mm-hmm.
And they, some of the stuff I said, they had mentioned that it looked like animals had gotten a hold of the baby.
Oh. Well, I mean,
So,
I'm sure
like,
she's laying out in the woods.
Yeah. I think of a newborn.
Oh, God. I can't. That's so sad. We have a newborn in our family, and I would protect him with my entire life.
I wouldn't. I don't even like the thoughts of it. But after the media storm, the Sims family moved to Alton, Illinois, trying to start over. In 1988, they welcomed a baby boy. Go figure. He got his boy, Randall Troy Sims, who they seemed to cherish and protect, of course.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So they wanted to protect him, and I guess they were even trying to still get away from the media light because all that was still obviously going on.
I mean, it was right after they lost their daughter.
Mm-hmm. And, you know.
How long was it in between babies were born?
I think it was 2 years.
Oh, so
maybe.
they were right back at it.
See, it was 1986. Yeah, 1998 when 1989. 1988 when he was born. So yeah, 2 years.
So they were right back at it.
Yeah. So, you know, all this was still going on, and they were still on search for who that was, but the gunman was. But, you know, they all knew it was her the whole time.
If my baby was taken and found dead, murdered, I would not be able to eat, sleep, have sex, of course, until I figured out what's going on. And I would be daggone if I brought another baby into this.
And talking about sex, keep that one in mind too,
Oh,
because
Lord.
that was a comment that he makes later on.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. So, whenever they moved and had this baby, they built a tall fence around their home and bright security lights were installed.
So that's for show, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, but I think, and the neighbors said that they never, ever saw Paula out with this baby, the little baby boy. So they were really secretive, very secretive, which makes me wonder. Well, I mean, obviously they were still hiding, I think.
Yeah.
And didn't want people to know where they were or anything.
Well, I mean, people are crazy, so somebody might want to
Like,
hurt
they
the
even-
new baby just because.
But they even like held the curtain, like kept the curtains like pulled tight. And they didn't go out in public. They never, like, neighbors had said that she never took him out to play or anything.
That's weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So on March 18th, 1989, they had another daughter, Heather Lee Sims.
Oh, no. Did they kill that baby, too?
Well, there was comments made while she was in the hospital. She shared a room with some woman that had a little boy, and they had brought her daughter Heather in, Paula, to hold Heather or whatever. And the woman that was sharing a room with her had mentioned that she was on the phone with her husband, telling him it's sorry that it was another girl, and like she'd made comments that they didn't want a girl and all this. So
oh my gosh.
yeah, but 6 weeks later, after the new baby was born, tragedy repeated itself. Yeah, funny story, huh? Once again, Paula claimed a masked man abducted her baby. This time, she says she was taking out the trash when the man ordered her back inside and struck her in the head, knocking her out for 45 minutes. But police were skeptical. No bruising, no marks. The security light outside would have made it impossible to not get a better description of the attacker.
So she didn't even have a bump on her head?
Nothing.
Okay, listen. When I was cleaning Bailey's room the other day, the curtain rod come off the wall and bonked me in the head and about knocked me out. And I couldn't brush my hair for 3 days. And I have a giant knot.
Your head's very tender.
I mean, yeah,
But she...
So, I know if that come down and hit me in the head, which it was heavy, but if a masked man hits you in the head and knocks you out for 45 minutes, you're going to have a heck of a bump.
You're really going to think this one's funny because whenever I done my research, she said he karate chopped her in the head. Karate chopped her so good she was out for 45.
So basically,
it wasn't even like when I first read it, I was like, okay, well he like pistol whipped her. Pistol whipped her. It was a tongue twister for a minute.
It was a pistol whipping.
Pistol whipped her, but now she was like, he hit me like that. Like a karate chop.
Listen, you don't go ninjaing people that don't need ninjaing.
That's why he was in all black. She didn't have a description. He was a ninja, literally.
So a ninja has broken her house, karate chopped her,
and took the baby. Yeah.
My God, this karate guy. You sweep the legs, Johnny. Do you not know that?
But it's like the story doesn't add up anyways
because
she has
the
no
stupidest
marks.
thing I've ever heard.
No marks, and you're just taking out the trash, and they moved over here. Let me go take this other baby.
I'm back for round 2. Maybe she's giving her, oh my God, like Rumpelstiltskin or something, and she's promising these girls to get these beautiful threads.
I don't know. But Rob, so she claimed that she was knocked out for 45 minutes. Robert come home and found her and was trying to wake her up and all this and that, and was like, where's Heather? Where's Heather? And
where's my
like,
little girl? Oh my God.
But of course, Randall was fine, upstairs asleep, snoozing. And she kept rubbing her head during the interviews and stuff whenever the police were there and stuff, and the police looked at it and they're like, well, maybe you should go get checked out. And she denied it and was like, no, it's fine.
No, I'm fine. Just go find my baby.
Yeah, that I killed.
Right.
Yeah.
What a piece of crap. Okay, Paula's on my list for sure.
Yeah, I don't like her.
She's all up in the top of my list today.
Well, and that's another thing that I think, like, he knew.
Yeah, I'm at work. I need to get rid of this one too.
Yeah, and I'll be baby home
Randy's
in 45 minutes.
Yeah,
yeah. And then they had even made the comment. I think it was Paula that had made the comment, like, well, at least Randy's okay. Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
See that? I mean, yeah. So then came the most heartbreaking discovery. 4 days later, a man fishing in a local park found a newborn baby wrapped in a plastic trash bag, placed at the bottom of a trash barrel. So this guy was fishing. He went to go throw some trash away, and when he went to go throw it away in the trash can, he realized that the trash bag just looked kind of funny.
Sorry, that's my cat knocking at the door.
But this trash bag looked kind of funny, so he pulled it out and opened it up, and it was the baby.
Oh my goodness.
So it was Heather.
So here comes the sack man again. Just taking these babies and just slinging them out into the river.
Yeah, for no reason.
For no reason.
Most
Don't
random,
touch the boy, though.
most random times. Karate chopping people in the back of their heads. So good at knocks
I'm
them out
gonna
for
go down to
45
this lady.
minutes.
I know she's already had one baby. I'm gonna karate chop her, and I'm gonna take this other, and I'm gonna sling it in the river.
And then I'm going to go to the house that has the tallest fence and the brightest light so
Because
they can
nobody will
see me
ever
real
know.
good. Be like a shadow out there.
Wow,
A
karate
ninja.
chop. Good God.
But in my mind, like, does she really believe that?
People are stupid. So
Well,
yes, they probably thought, listen, we've got a foolproof story. You tell them you're karate chopped, okay?
Not hit with anything else. Karate chop.
No, we can't be using anything. It's got to be karate chop.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Because I know most mass murderers, they go in karate chopping people.
A kitchen full of knives and stuff. Don't use them. Make sure you don't touch the knives.
These are lethal weapons right here.
You use these bad boys.
I'm going to get my hands insurance on them.
Reminds me of SpongeBob. Just like...
Karate! Oh my God, this story gets worse. This is so stupid. Is
Okay.
Paula still alive?
Paula is alive.
Paula, you need to
Unfortunately,
get
she's
your
alive.
head out of your butt.
Yeah. So the baby was Heather,
No.
unfortunately. The autopsy revealed that her body had been stored in a freezer because it was still, so whenever they done the autopsy, the baby was still pink. Like, even the guy had mentioned, like, when he seen it, the baby was still had, like, that fresh.
She was missing for 4 days?
Yeah, so the fresh baby color.
Yeah. So they probably suffocated her. Put her in the freezer until, we just had a baby 4 days ago. So I'm going to get some time off. But on that 4th day, I got to go back to work. And I'm going to need you to take care of business for me.
So during the autopsy, they mentioned, like, due to, like, the decomposition of the internal stuff, and then, like, her color on the outside determined that she more than likely was put in a freezer for a few days.
Jesus.
So the autopsy had mentioned that there was, like, marks on the inside of her lip
So
to
they
indicate that she
suffocated her.
was suffocated.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah,
I think we should be a crime solver. I'm just
yeah, we
saying.
should. We both of us.
I think it'd be so good.
Crime fighters.
I'll karate chop. Oh my
We
Lord.
don't need a gun for protection.
No, I got these hands. I'm gonna catch his hands in a minute.
Take you out. So the autopsy showed that she had 3 small incisions on her inner lip, which was the signs of suffocation. So during this time, their son Randall was removed from the home.
Good.
Yes. Paula testified in court claiming that she had no involvement. Who gonna believe that? Nobody.
Right.
You're stupid. But I'd be embarrassed to get up there on that stand and be like, I swear he karate chopped me.
Ma'am, and what hand did he use to karate chop you with?
It's just so stupid. So,
Okay, wait. I gotta ask. These other people that you heard this story from, their opinion on her was not that she's an idiot? The other podcasters?
we'll get into it in a minute. Like, once I tell you, like, the stuff behind this, like, after she goes to jail, and then their opinions on it, my
Okay.
opinion, like, it'll make more sense.
My
Which, I mean,
opinion's
obviously,
pretty
like,
solid right now.
they agreed that, like, it was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it just didn't add up to begin with, but, yeah. So, but before her sentencing, she did confess to her attorney, and her testimony was false. So, she admitted she had suffocated Heather by holding her underwater.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And she had done the same to Lorelai.
Oh, babies.
Yeah, so she drowned it all. Just sad.
What's wrong with people?
I don't know. So the jury considered the death penalty but couldn't agree. The judge sentenced Paula to life in prison without parole on February the 2nd, 1990. She was convicted of first-degree murder, obstruction of justice, and concealing a homicidal death. So she was
What about
charged.
abuse of a corpse? She kept that baby in a freezer.
I don't know. And they had, somebody I listened to had said that that I think it was her in-laws were out of town, so they thought that maybe she had stored the baby in their freezer while they were gone.
Oh my god. Well, you can't do it at home. What
So-
if Randall decides he wants a popsicle?
I know,
And
so I'm wondering if...
it's to the left, right behind Heather.
Yeah, move Heather out of the way.
Jesus.
So I'm wondering if that's why, like, after the 4 days, because she'd killed her, and then 4 days later, she was... I wonder if she was, like... Because she had been, like, thawed out when the guy found her.
Well, yeah, I'm assuming. What?
So
was
I'm
it
assuming...
summertime or winter? I mean, either way, she's going to be thawed out because the freezer's going to be less than.
It was in March. It would have been in the spring, so... And that's in Illinois, like around Illinois. So, yeah, that would still probably be cold around that time. Maybe...
Cool.
Yeah.
Crisp, I guess. But
It would have
still,
thawed
you're gonna
quicker.
thaw, yeah.
Yeah. So, and apparently he wouldn't have smelt it.
No, not that fast.
Because you would have smelled it.
Yeah.
But he said that it was suspicious looking. That's why he dug it out. So.
That's insane to me.
Mm-hmm.
What about Dad? Did he go to jail? Did he get in trouble? Because I believe Big Rob was in on it.
So they always had suspicions that he knew something about it, but they never had enough evidence to...
Oh, he absolutely knew about it.
Oh, yeah. He knew. And it's funny that that she made those comments that he wanted he didn't want girls, he only wanted boys, and then Randall's perfectly fine.
Right.
Nothing ever happens to him.
Good Lord.
So years later, in 2019, Paula attempted to seek a retrial using an insanity defense related to postpartum depression. But she had no documented signs or symptoms, and her request was denied.
Good.
So she, I mean, obviously, and that, I got into a rabbit hole with this one because she tried to claim that her attorney didn't do a good defense for her because he didn't have her looked into for postpartum and all this. But she didn't even mention that until after the fact that she went to jail.
Of course.
And she had talked to, like, multiple lawyers in there and, like, just other people, I guess, like, other inmates that had mentioned, like, oh, well, you know, they can claim insanity, you know, because the baby was new and all this and that. And that's where my opinion comes in, because there's no sign, like, she doesn't mention any signs of it, but then you're perfectly fine with Randall.
Right.
But she does make a comment at one point that she did threaten Randall because he was crying and she had gotten really upset with him. But then she was able to come out of it once she started yelling at him.
But she just couldn't come out of it with the girls?
I think she had it playing the whole time.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't agree with it. And they denied her retrial about how her attorney supposedly done her wrong or whatever. And he had stated that, you know, if I had done that, it would have been worse in your favor because that's never going to add up. And they went through her, like, medical records and stuff, and, like, there was never any signs at all of, like, psychosis, like postpartum psychosis. So
she was trying to get out of jail.
She was. But she eventually does because of that, which is stupid.
She got out of jail.
She's out. She's out right now, actually.
Wonder where she lives.
No, we'll get there.
Oh, so...
No, she's still living. So after her conviction, Robert divorced Paula, gaining custody of their son, and he later remarried. So in a tragic twist, on June the 20th, 2015, both Robert and Randall were killed in a car accident caused by a drunk driver. They are now buried alongside Heather and Lorelai at Woodland Hill Cemetery in Wood River, Illinois.
So we're going to Illinois?
Yes, I want to go.
Let's go.
So today, Paula Sims is a free woman, paroled after serving 32 years. She is now in her 60s and was last known to be living in Alabama. Yeah.
Sorry for you, Alabama.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of her at all.
No.
Like,
Did she change her name?
No, she didn't change her name.
What is up with these women killing these kids and they just get out of jail?
I don't know.
You should never get out.
No, I 100% believe. And it just grosses me out because whenever I was researching this case, like her big old nasty smile on there, it just grosses me out.
I'm gonna look her up.
Yeah,
I hate this woman.
I don't like. I mean, when you look at her, she looks like somebody that would just kill for no reason. I'm not a fan of her, and I'm not downplaying postpartum. I've had it. I still have depression ever since I've had the kids, but
Yeah.
I think she's just an evil person.
What a piece of poop.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Well, she has a mullet. Ugh.
And I still
Gross.
believe Robert knew this. I think he knew the whole time.
How old was baby Randall when he passed away?
He was young. I think he was like in his 20s.
No, that's sad. He didn't do anything wrong.
Well, it was 2015 and he was born in 88, so yeah, he would have been in his 20s. But they were together, and like, I guess, when I was reading the obituary.
He died when? 2015?
Yeah, June 20th, 2015. It's on Find a
17.
Grave. 17? He would have only been 17. Well, yeah, I guess he would have. It was 2015.
Yeah, he was pretty young.
Yeah. He was actually, in something about this case, I think they had named him after her brother, who she was really close with, Paula's brother, who she was really close with, and her and her brother were actually in a car wreck whenever they were teenagers, and he died in a car wreck for the same thing as her son, which I thought was kind of a weird coincidence.
No, it says he's 27 on this. Is this him?
On Find a Grave. What's the...
Heather, Randall, Lorelai. Yeah, that's him. So he's 27. My math ain't very good today.
Honey, that's why you're not a math teacher.
For sure.
But, like, there's no room for her on the tomb, which made me pretty happy.
Good. Because she don't deserve to be buried by those
But I am
babies.
curious-
I'm sorry, but he doesn't either, really.
I am curious to know, though, if she knew about them passing away, or, like, what her opinion
I wonder,
was.
did he talk to her?
Or if they even... Now, I did read where Robert would take Randall up there to visit her, but I don't know how long that lasted. And, like,
sorry,
him
but I
as an
wouldn't.
adult, like, I don't know if he ever went up there
If
to
I
visit
didn't
her.
know, and I wasn't a part of it, and I know that my wife got convicted of killing 2 of my babies, there would be no communication.
No.
You would not see our other baby.
That's why I think he knew.
Mm-hmm.
He had to have known.
She did it for him because he didn't like girls.
Yeah, and especially like the whispering and stuff.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, and even the police are all, but there was literally no evidence. And I guess the only reason why they convicted her was because she admitted to it.
Yeah.
But, and she even said, like, he had nothing to do with it. It was all her.
That's
But it's funny, like, even after she admitted it, she never mentioned, like, oh, well, I was struggling with postpartum, because you're going to know when somebody's struggling. And it is normal.
Well, yeah. I mean, I don't doubt postpartum at all. That's a very real thing, and it's a horrible thing to have to go through.
But these babies were still really young, or I don't think postpartum would have really hit her yet. Because, you would think that the hormones were still...
Yeah. I don't know. My baby's 21, and I think I'm just now getting it.
It's just like empty nesting or whatever.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. I don't know. They still live here.
Well, I mean, I had it really bad with her. Like, it hit me really bad with her, but especially, like, after I had my miscarriage and stuff. And then, but, like, it was never, there was times where I had to walk away from her.
Well, yeah. I mean, you
Because
get
I was
overwhelmed,
just like, But, I mean, she was a good baby.
but your family knew.
Yeah.
You didn't just say.
There was one point I told her dad, and I was like, you're going to have to take her. And I had to, like, walk outside because I was like, for some reason, like, she wasn't even doing anything. But I would just look at her, and, like, at one point I was just, like, disgusted. Like, I don't know. Sorry, Aubrey.
She's like, I'm learning all kinds of things today.
But it's not like I want it to be that way. I even struggled with that, like, the day after I had Scarlett. I would look at her, and I was like,
I mean, your body's going through so much
It is.
changes. And I get that.
But it's not like now, like, you know.
Right.
A love
But you also asked for help.
Yeah.
This
Which I
was-
noticed it.
Right. This was her cop out of, well, I got caught killing my babies. I better
Yeah.
come up with something.
Well, I think she wouldn't have never come up with that if all these people weren't feeding it into
You know
her
what you
ear.
should say? Get postpartum. You'll get off for that.
No, you don't.
No, Andrea Yates, you don't.
And it wasn't never even on her medical records, like, ever. And then you don't just decide. It don't only come with girls.
Right. Yeah.
Like, you have, except mine was worse with the girls than it was with the boys.
yeah.
But, like, I think it's
Well, with a
just-
girl, though, you have extra hormones.
Mhm. So, I mean, maybe that's what it is. But I 100% don't believe shit on it.
No.
And I'm not saying that it's not ever been the case, because there are cases where it's been proven that they've had postpartum psychosis.
Yeah, but do they murder multiples? Besides
No.
Andrea Yates, but there was documented medical problems with her. She was
Yeah.
more than just postpartum. She was wackadoo from way back.
Yeah. I mean, people are, and we have that stuff, like, you can't control it. Like, you just break. But I don't think that was her case.
And then she just bounces back right after the death and doesn't need any medical intervention after that.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
perfectly
my
fine.
postpartum's gone.
Yeah, because I
Miracle.
ridded the problem.
Exactly.
I don't believe that story.
No.
All these other podcasters I listen to, I mean, it was a really good story, like, they, whatever, and they had their opinion on it.
I mean, everybody's entitled to their
I
opinion,
don't.
but
In my opinion, I don't think it had anything to do with postpartum. I think she just didn't want those babies.
my professional opinion is she didn't want those. And I know it all. So
Yeah, but I don't. That's just my opinion. I don't.
I agree with you. She didn't want those babies. She only wanted boys.
And you can't just bounce back.
No. I had
And
postpartum
he would've-
yesterday, but then I killed my baby, and
Yeah.
I feel great today.
And you would think, like, her husband would know. He
Yeah.
would catch on to, like, okay,
Something's
well, maybe she's
different.
being weird.
Maybe I shouldn't leave her alone with him.
But
And after 4 days, you go right back to work.
after 4 days, this baby's been missing in this story. Like, you're not. But between those 4 days, you would know that baby.
I keep thinking the baby is 4 days old. She's what, 12 days old?
This one, I think she was a few months old.
Oh,
maybe
okay.
she was a little bit older. Lorelai was only 12 days old. I think the
That's
other
what I
one was like 2 months old or something like that.
Goodness.
She was a little bit older.
That's still so sad. These poor babies.
So she had to put her in the freezer to freeze her for a little bit, and she'd been missing for 4 days. So yeah, that would have been like what, at least a day that your baby is not there. So he would have had to know that the baby wasn't there. Like, where's my daughter? You ain't seen
right,
her.
where's she at? I'm
a few
coming home, and
days.
there's baby's just missing, and you're just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't.
Oh, those poor babies. Their little pictures.
They were cute.
They're very cute.
That one, I think it was Lorelai. Her baby picture looks just like Aubrey's baby picture. They were little bitty. They were tiny.
That's so sad. Oh, that makes me so. Ugh, I hate people. I mean, it's a good story, but I don't see how you can honestly have any other opinion besides that she did it.
I mean, I get the postpartum thing. I do. But with this case, there was no signs. Like, there's no records of her going to the hospital or
And she
saying
come up with
that,
a story.
hey, I'm struggling.
Right.
He doesn't mention that, she's having a hard time. Like, none of that's brought up.
So did she have postpartum with both babies? She's saying.
She claims. But like I said, I think she just done that whenever these people put it in her head that maybe she could get off with it.
Yeah.
And eventually she does, because whenever she does get paroled, that's why. But why? Why?
Right.
Especially that many years later. I don't get it.
I mean, there's murderers in prison right now. Why not just let them go?
And like that smile on her face whenever she gets released, like that to me is just like, I got away with it.
Ugh.
It's just disgusting to me.
I can just go on with my life. Well, like Carla Homolka. They killed those 2 girls in Canada. The Ken and Barbie murders.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
Yeah, she got out. She went on to marry the lawyer's brother.
Of course she did.
And have 3 kids with him. And she, I'm taking my kids to school and I'm part of the PTO. No.
It's like Casey Anthony's. Have you watched her on TikTok?
I can't stomach her. I will throw
It's
up.
ridiculous.
She
it is
deserves
ridiculous. She
pure
needs
death.
to be in prison somewhere.
She needs to be under the prison.
Yeah, like after. Oh, I was scrolling through TikTok one day and I seen people talking about her. I'm like, I know that. Like they were trying to say she was being some kind of like influencer or something. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? And I looked at it and I was like, you are ridiculous.
Yeah, I can't stand
like
her.
even caused your dad to try to commit suicide time and time again. Because
is
he knows that
pure
you
filth.
killed that baby.
She put a sticker on her mouth.
I just don't.
Of course you killed her.
Yeah, we need to do a story on her.
That girl deserves nothing but pure hell for the rest of her life.
Yeah, I don't like her at all. She definitely she needs to be dead somewhere. I didn't say
She's
that, but
way
she
up
does.
on my list, my hit list.
Yeah, she
If I was ever a vampire, she'd be one of my first victims.
can go karate chop people.
Oh man, I'm gonna warm them up.
Get our ninja suits out.
About to karate chop her. I'll karate chop her head right off.
But yeah, this case is one that I hadn't heard about it until our little listener had mentioned it, and I looked her up and I was like, ugh. And there is a book about her. It's called Precious Victims. I did read it, and it's a really good book. It goes into a lot of detail about the whole thing. And there is a movie called Precious Victims, and I watched it. It was really good.
Like a Lifetime movie?
Yeah. Over this whole... Oh, I was going to tell you. So whenever Robert was testifying or on whatever, and he was like, oh, well, you had sex that night with her. And he's like, yeah, well, rage sex is the best sex there is.
What?
Yeah. And that was after Heather had been killed.
Oh my God. So your wife killed a baby and you just go in and have sex with her?
Yeah. That's what
Rage
I'm saying.
sex?
He
That's
knew.
disgusting.
He knew. Because they had made the comment like, you knew that your daughter was dead and all this, and you all are just okay with just running and having sex together. And he said it was the best sex that they had ever had.
Oh,
That's
my
why
God.
I'm like, you had to have known, because you're happy that she got rid of that baby.
Oh my Lord. My skin is crawling. I need to go take a bath.
And I'm telling, which he's dead now, but
He does not need to be buried beside those babies.
no,
Sorry.
he knew, and I just wonder what they told their son. Which I'm sure, like, when the older he got, he would have known. But I wonder what his opinions were on his mom.
Right.
And
I have
like
a
if
Ouija
he
board we could
had,
ask.
huh?
I have a Ouija board we could ask.
I ain't messing with that.
Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You can Ouija board and let me know.
Oh, no, thank you. I'm not going to do that by myself.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
But I wonder if those like family members or something that were still living that would have known that how he felt about it.
Yeah.
Like even just family members in general, like what their opinions were, like their parents. Because I'm sure that they were upset, but everything that I looked at and researched, they never showed anything.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, while we're here, didn't you ask about some questions on our page?
Yes.
Let's do that while we're here. Do you have time to do that?
Yeah.
Let's find it. Do you remember where it was?
I think it's up further that way. I know a lot of people have opinions about the death. Yes.
What death? I have a lot of opinions about death too.
Like the death penalty, like,
Oh, okay, let's see. So we have a question here.
well, it's not really a question, that's an opinion, but
An opinion from Miss Megan
I
Paula.
love you, Megan.
She says, I think if someone is guilty of a serious crime, the family members of the victim should be in charge of the death penalty. Yes.
Yes, I 100% agree.
Me too. But I see how this could cause major issues and kill of the human race. But if someone ever did something to my kids, I would absolutely repay the eye for an eye to them and every manner of torture they put my child through. I'm the let's swing on them mom. Megan, you're preach it, sister.
Because if somebody was to hurt one of my kids, yeah, I'm 100%. Especially murder my kid.
Yes. I absolutely think that families should have a say-so in that. And I know most of it's probably rage or whatever, but you took their family member.
I think in that, and I see a lot of people, it's like, oh, well, they killed my daughter, so I killed them.
Well,
I don't think they should get sentenced
no,
like that.
I don't either.
I mean, maybe a little bit of time, but
So
just because, but, you know, I don't.
I mean,
What do you expect them to do? I'm sure
Right.
that they would have, the jury would have felt the same way. You know, the judge probably would have felt the same way. The lawyers.
Well, I had a family member die when we were 16. He got killed by a drunk driver. And this woman, piece of crap, didn't get in any trouble over it because her family's very rich in the town.
Of course, you can. That's like the Murdoch murders.
I am 46 years old and I still hate this woman. And I would love to run over her with my car. I don't need to be drunk. I will straight run over you with my car and back up and do it a couple more times.
Well, man, that's what they get.
Yeah.
Karma.
You went on about your business after you killed him and everything's cool. Well, you deserve the same.
Well, now I've noticed that there's more charges in that, like the vehicular homicide and stuff.
There should
They're
be
making it
lots
more of
more.
a, which
She
they
was
should.
drunk and killed
Because
my
they know better.
16-year-old cousin.
Yeah, you're already breaking the law. You're drinking and driving, which is against the law.
I'm sorry, drinking and driving is the stupidest thing that you can do.
I mean, if you want to drink, go drink.
Yeah.
But you need to make sure that you have a plan to get yourself home.
Yes, because you're gonna. She destroyed our whole lives. There's not a day goes by that I don't think about Josh.
Yeah, and it's you know, and it's raining. Like, I think about that all the time. Like, if somebody was to kill my kids or something, like, while we're driving, because of a stupid choice that you take. Like, if you kill yourself, that's one thing.
Right.
You know, that's what you get. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But you shouldn't take the chance of.
No. But I definitely think that families should have a say in the death penalty.
Oh, yeah.
And you know what? Let me pull that switch when they're ready.
I think that, yeah, and that's another thing, like with the death penalty and stuff, and like execution and stuff. I 100% believe in it. Because why are we over here feeding all these inmates that are killing people, and they're getting free meals and stuff, but then these kids are going to school having to pay for their lunch?
Yeah,
and
or
can't eat?
veterans.
Like,
There's
what's
homeless
the difference?
veterans.
Like,
Why?
That's my big issue with
Yeah.
it. We're over here feeding
Absolutely.
these killers, and these kids aren't being able to eat for free.
Absolutely.
But they are.
I agree.
That's what's
You
wrong
made
with,
your
like,
choice.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
just
they're
like
just
over in the
taking
other
them-
countries, like, you steal something, they're going to cut your hand off.
Like, I get waiting.
I bet you wouldn't
until-
steal again.
Yeah. And they need to be like that.
An eye for an eye.
And
Says so in the Bible.
Well,
It's good enough for God. It's good enough for me.
I believe it 100%. And all these people want to get butthurt, like, but they knew what they were doing.
Well, they hollered, they have
It's
rights.
unhumane.
Well, you know what? What
it was
they did to those
unhumane
people.
whenever they sawed them
Yes.
apart.
Right.
Ate their organs.
No.
I don't feel bad.
That's our opinion, Megan, and we're just going to go with you, sister.
Of course, we're going to go with anything Megan says.
That's true. We do
We'll
love
always
Megan.
back you up, Megan.
We love our Megan.
We do.
She's my queen.
Go, Megan. Go, Megan.
Megan's probably going to be dancers, but like, yeah.
I love her so
I do
much.
too. Okay, so thank you for joining us on the tragic and unsettling journey. Be sure to follow us and to subscribe. That was a mouthful.
Yeah, but you did it, sister. Slay.
To Two Girls, One Crime for more deep dives into true crime cases that still haunt the headlines. You can also find us on Spotify, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram.
Insta.
Bye.
On a side note, if you are suffering from postpartum, please just
Get
ask for help.
help.
There's so many resources now.
Yeah, and it is a true thing. And
Absolutely.
and it's hard. It is hard to struggle.
It's hard being a mommy. But if you need us, Just call us.
Yeah, we're here. We'll make you laugh, I'm sure.
I'm sure you'll laugh at us.
Bye.